All right, guys, we're back. And so for tonight, we got the next episode, which is Boo to You, episode 3 of Rescue Riders season 1. So, what happens in here? Well, with the whole Fanta thing and Fang and stuff, let's just say there's basically two stages because I just watched it. Gave my analysis. I thought there would be three because you get to play as Haggis as well, but no. So, in two stages, basically, let's just say the first action. No, wait. I just realized something. My bad. I meant to say stage one is where you play as both Burple and Haggis as you try to find out the mysterious noises from either the Hugenboo slash Phantom Fang, which is actually Lurk, the Slinkwing. So basically, that's pretty much sums up the first part. And the second one, let's see. Since technically it's pumpkins, you have to do you have to do a whole little battle where you play as the four dragons and three humans. That means you get to play as rather than playing as Haggis for one. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to involve Haggis as a character, but we also get Morena as a playable character, and we unlock her after we finish the level. But how the second stage goes, like the first stage was being short. The second stage is like this: they have to try to fight. Layla has to sort of catapult herself onto the cloaked dragon that is Lurk, pick out a scale, then come back and fight. Like all the dragons try to beat him. So it's like a boss battle. Like maybe say I'm gonna give out since he's a tricky boss. I'm gonna say he's gonna have 15 hearts. Like 15 hearts, 5 hearts of punch defeats on him. If he gets hit 5 times, a cutscene will appear. Then the second time will happen, and then the third time. After the third time of hitting him 5 times, you must play as Burple to finish it, and then you gotta fly up and try to do like some little chase thing on him and coat him, like do some sort of like action sequence, and then at the last bit of the second, you basically shoot the pumpkins. That's how it works. But of course, you also need to have Marina. So how you get the pumpkins? You have to also hit. You gotta collect 15 pumpkins. So that means you gotta use Winger, Summer, Cutter, Burple, Dak, Layla, and Marina to uncloak Lurk, and then you scare him off after a power blast, which of course is basically part of the cutscene that you don't get to play. So yeah, mainly though, the main character to play in that level is basically Burple, because if it was a free play mode, Burple would just be the sole character. Like that's the character you're gonna need because he's the only one that'll pick up objects and place them in his mouth and spit them. Wow, it's just like the last episode, only this one feels less longer. But anywho, I guess now I get to work on where there's smoke, but it'll be like an after. Honestly, they should have said they should have continued on. Like, why the heck is where? Why does where there's a smoke end that way? Shouldn't there be like where there's smoke, there's a dragon? That should have been a thing. Also, I'm just gonna nickname it that, even though it's called Where There's a Smoke. So, what would happen to? So, yes, and in terms of characters you unlock, you get to unlock Haggis and Marina. Although last video I said that you have to wait to unlock Elbow, but because there's going to be a level that where he is mostly involved because you barely get, and granted yet because barely you play as him in that bit of the level, and next that one level, that's basically mostly him. That's how it is, like pretty much it. So yeah, that's kind of it. Like, so back to the whole thing about the stage. Cutter will have to use some of his fireball attacks or even some of his spikes to find pumpkins. Winger will have to do the same thing with his power blast, and Summer would have to go. Well, then again, she can't really. Well, she could probably make the pumpkins grow bigger. Summer and Dak and Layla, well, Dak being the more acrobatics version of Layla, considering even though all Lego female characters get that that acrobatic ability, they technically can't because, well, this is Layla. She doesn't seem to be much acrobatic in general, so that's just Dak in general. But Layla could probably solve some puzzles since she's the puzzle solver of the group alongside Summer. So basically, collect 5 pumpkins. Even use, well, Morena would be the advocate, the replacement for Layla in this stage because you get to use her to help find the pumpkins after all. Who of course she shows up at the end, but you still get to unlock her even though Elbone barely gets to be unlocked. And even though unlike and even though Elbone was probably a little bit less played and Morena shows up at the last possible second, she could still help. Granted, the 5 last pumpkins will probably take a while to find because you're going to have to like a dodge goo because that'll stick you. And you need Summer, and you have to switch to Summer who can free you. But anywho, that's pretty much all of Boo to You, episode 3 of Rescue Riders, Boo to You. And I hope you all enjoy. And it's been only 7 minutes since of this video, so pretty much I'm just gonna end it right here. But I hope you all enjoy, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.